awesome and amazing link up right now. I'm bringing up my guest one time. I'm not wasting time. He's got company because he's not doing the song alone. He's combined with one of his latest signee to the label, the Ranch Entertainment label. And she's joining us this morning as well because she's part of the song. So let's go on up and let's bring this up. Let's pull this down and let's say blessed love. Good
Hey, hey,
morning.
hey.
Oh, what's up, sweetheart?
Mad,
Oh,
mad, mad, man. Good morning, good morning,
Wagwan
good morning.
Good
Shaggy.
morning, good morning.
Good
Yep.
morning and blessed love. Listen, this was long in the making now. Shaggy, before we go, darling, stay down 1 minute there and give me 2 minutes, a second. Let me deal with Shaggy. 2 minutes there. Shaggy, I have to tell you that now because it's the only opportunity I get to tell you that. You know how much nightmares you give me as a teenager, brother? You was the one artist that I used to fantasize about. Like, listen, and listen, listen, you lived rent free in my head as a teenager, all my teenage life. So I don't know how we fixing that or we moving forward, but something had happened because right, I'm traumatized. But it's an honor. Certainly, it is an honor.
Well, I'm happy I could be of service.
Certainly, indeed. Now, Shaggy, you heard what I said in my preamble. I mean, you have been an artist. You have been around for quite some time. That don't mean you're old. You're good. You understand? We are right, but you've been around, flourishing, the entertainment scene with timeless music for so long. Um, and it is one of the things that continues to keep you relevant. I mean, a Shaggy song, anytime, any day you pull that up, you can't. Hello. You know what I'm saying? You might even look to save a dance. It might be in a session and a Shaggy song might what you have to pull to sort of revive the atmosphere. So as an artist that's been doing this sort of, timeless music for so long, man, um, you know, speak to the younger generation in terms of, the importance of ensuring that your music have that element to it. You can't go wrong. I mean, a lot of the young artists now, I'm going to say this to you, a lot of the young artists now, they're sort of like in a bind in their headspace because they're trying to balance between what's trending, which most times is not sustaining, and just doing timeless music if it might take them a little longer before they can get the recognition. So they're sort of like borderlining on that, and some of them falling short in some areas. But you now as a mastermind has been doing it. So you are able to speak to that. Talk to us about timeless music and the importance of ensuring that you add that to your catalog.
Well, first of all, you said it right that we're living a different time, because they might be making music based on what is trending. Sometimes what is trending is not really sustainable, and you're very right within that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
songwriting is a craft, and I've learned this art of songwriting or the craft of songwriting through my heroes, from people who are great songwriters. Some of the people that I've listened to is people like from Lionel Richie down to Simon and Garfunkel, to Burt Bacharach, to one of my heroes who I've met, which is Sting. I mean,
Wow.
I've had great teachers, and I've seen these people make songs that survive decades, and those songs happen to be songs that created generational wealth for them and their families down the line. So to each artist new artist I run into, I try to tell them that you have youth on your side, and that
Mm-hmm.
youth is what you can use to go. But them say you can't carry the donkey to the water, but you can't make him
Can't make it
drink.
drink.
So at
Certainly.
the end of the day, we do a conference called the Island Music Conference to teach just this very thing. And unfortunately, some of the people I think that really need that information are the people that don't show up, and the
Yeah.
people that have it, that are in much better position, are they're not garrison kids. Those
Yeah.
are the ones who show up. So that's why you see generational will keep passing by, because
Yeah.
some of these guys are not adapting, um, to the disciplines of these other people, because a lot of them just was grow with granny
Yeah. Yeah.
and
That's true. That
aunties,
is true. Yeah.
from the streets, and the kids who are showing up are kids that have parents, mom and
Yeah.
dad, who drove them to school, and you know, um, give them a different type of lifestyle and parenting, and
Right.
that is who you see is coming, and it is there for all. But I love to see some of the youths them from the streets.
Speaking of the IMC, it is definitely resonated. I mean, thank you for initiating that because that was so needed, so vital. A lot of our creatives right here is even now profiting the opportunity to come on over and be a part of the IMC. I had a few of them contingent from here that came over as well. So big up to you on that. I think in future wise, we need to do some more in the islands concerning that as well
Oh yeah,
because
that was our plan to eventually
yeah.
move it around.
Okay,
to
awesome.
different
Definitely.
islands, because it can't just be Jamaica. Jamaica is where we're using to really kind of start it,
Hmm.
and because all of the things that we need to get it done, with the powers that be are out there, and we already have relationships with them, so it was easier for us to do it there.
Wonderful. Right. Shaggy, we're here this morning and we don't, I mean, you see, it's the first time I have the opportunity. Hopefully, it's not the last. So we can really delve into some other thing. Maybe you'll do my spotlight one next when we after Carnival. We'll do a spotlight where I can zero in on
That'd be
you and
lovely.
everything like
I
that.
love
Right.
carnival anyway, so it's good.
Yeah, you should be here. No, wonderful. But we here this morning, and the lovely Love B. Am I getting it right?
Love B, you can call it,
Love
it's
B.
Lavinia, but it's Love B.
Lavinia,
Yeah.
Love B.
Hi
Love B is
there.
joining you. She's newly signed to the label, and she's the one collaborating with you on that summer single. And we're here to talk about that. Move. We're moving this summer. Let's talk about that. Love B, we are definitely happy to meet you. Tell me a little bit about
Likewise.
yourself. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born in a Romanian family, but I was raised in the UK.
Okay.
Uh, Music and dance has been a part of my life ever since I was a little child. You know, a child. Yeah. So yeah, I've always been into music and dancing, and currently I've got opportunity, to work with someone like Shaggy to be his new signee. So yeah.
Right. Tell me about the link. How did you meet up with Shaggy? How did that happen?
Well, Costi, who produced "I Need Your Love," it go down there for Shaggy. I started working with him a year ago, and he asked Shaggy if he could write some stuff for me, and Shaggy agreed, and we flew over to Miami, and then ever since then, we came up with the record "Move," and yeah, we clicked.
Yeah.
So
Shaggy, tell me about that because there had to have been something about her that made you decided.
Costi, when Costi brought her over,
Uh-huh.
we just started writing a bunch of songs,
Right.
and me and my production team, and she just kind of fit in. One thing I can tell you about her is that she didn't complain. That was because
Ah.
I'm very hard on
Mm-hmm.
when I'm doing vocals and production. I'm very meticulous.
Right.
So this could take some time for me to get exactly what I want. Um, and she never complained. I really like the fact that she stayed there for hours and stayed on top of it. And if I asked her to do it a certain way, and that's something that was outside
Oh.
of her comfort zone, and maybe a little bit culturally different, she was
Hmm.
open to it. And
Wow.
it wasn't too far fetched because she grew up in London, which is very
yeah, the
heavy
culture, yeah.
West Indian community.
Culture. Right.
So
Right.
she was already in the culture, and it's especially from the dancing side of things.
Was familiar with it already.
Yeah, she loved all of
Right.
the
Wonderful.
dance them. So
Yeah.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
when I was bringing the ideas them to her and how I wanted them done, which is a hybrid style,
Mm-hmm.
um, she was very much open. She worked hard. She never showed up late. That was also another thing. She
Awesome.
was on time, didn't complain, worked really hard, and if I and a fast learner. That
Hmm.
also a very fast learner. If I tell her something, she would go home and work on it and come back. So people
Wow.
who go do homework on their own also. So both all of those kind. When we came up with move, I just say, I just feel like summer. Let's shoot for it. Let's go for it.
Yes, yes. It's been
Let's
a
throw one
while.
of them out and
It's
see
been
how
a
it go.
while, you know. Listen, we had summers upon summers where you were running summers back then. Now it's been a while. We've had a real standout summer song, you know. Would you say?
Well,
I say that.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
no, it is like a
I mean,
happy,
2 years
happy.
ago we had go down there. That was pretty.
Well, that was pretty. That was good.
Yeah,
Yeah, go down there.
yeah.
Had
And
a
then
sing.
last year, Kiss last year with mood and thing for the last 2 years was
For
kind
last
of,
two
we did
years,
we
was
did the
kind of.
thing. And that was
You're
more
right.
so more upon the
More
soca
summer
scene.
thing, you know.
Yeah,
I'm talking like a real summer anthem that we know.
yeah, yeah. This
We
feels
we we.
like it.
We seeing drop top and hair flying in the breeze and going
Yeah,
down
this feel like
countryside,
this feel
that
like
kind
it.
of vibe.
That
Right,
was the idea when I hear the song. I was like, when we finish the song, I say, this feel like I just have a good time, a summer good time. And that's
right,
kind of say, you know what, hey, let's go with it. Let's drop this. This just feel good.
right. There you go. Wonderful. I want to listen to it. I want my listeners my viewers to listen to it. So let's drop the move and then we'll come back and converse a little bit about the vibe that it brought us.
Mad.
Yeah.
We have the thing with them and them like, we have the thing them love. We have the thing with them and them like, we have the thing them love. We have the thing with them and them like, we have the thing them love. We have the thing with them and them like, we have the thing.
We come to make your body move. Your sexy body move. We come to make your body move. Everything I shake it to the go. We come to make your body move. Your sexy body move. We come to make your body move. Yeah, been a long time I look at you.
Natural body and no lipo. Already know that I'm your type. Haters looking at us like it's psycho.
Hold on there, that one hit some nerves. Trust me. That one hit that line there hit some nerves, Lobby. That hit some nerves there. I want to hear it again. Natural body, me don't need no lipo. Come on, start the tune again, man. Let me do it.
We have the thing with them and them like,
We come to make your body move. Your sexy body move. We come to make your body move. Everything I shake it to the go. We come to make your body move. Your sexy body move. We come to make your body move. Yeah, been a long time I look at you.
Natural body and no lipo. Already know that I'm your type. Haters looking at us like they psycho. They really need to get a life.
moving like an army of models. Baby, we just took over the floor. Anywhere we go, the body follows.
We come to make your body. We come to make your body move. Your sexy body move. We come to make your body move. Everything I shake it to the go. We come to make your body move. Your sexy body move. We come to make your body move. We come to make your body, come to make your body. But in the sun with the girl, them a play wine up. Pretty like a money, watch the whole of them a line up. I'll on top of the bar, me see the girl, them all a climb up. One day for me team, me ready to sign up. The girl, them a wine, the girl, them a grind, the girl, them a bubble, bubble. Some of them a tick, some of them a talk, the girl, them a trouble, trouble. Happy for some love, so tell me you see double, double. Them a pressure, but me nah buckle. We come to make your body.
We have the thing with them and them like, we have the thing them love. We have the thing with them and them like,
we come to make your body move. Your sexy body move. We come to make your body move. Everything I shake it to the go. We come to make your body move. Your sexy body move. We come to make your body move. We come to make your body. Come to make your body. We come to make your body.
girls be on the strip, Friday night we lit. Pull up in the club like we know we the Cameras are flashing, looking like a million cash. We don't need no VIP, we came to shake our ass. Tonight's a movie and we the stars. Rock everybody up in the bar. Got the driver waiting in the car. We coffee make your body, we coffee make your body. We have the thing with them and them like, we have the thing them love. We have the thing with them and them like, we have the
We come to make your body move. Your sexy body move. We come to make your body move. Your sexy body. Everything I shake it to the go. We come to make.
Come on, girl. You be spitting. Look at you. Come on now.
Yeah.
Wow. that's a. Listen, you caught me off guard there with this man. Wonderful. Quite talented. Wow. You don't look that enough.
Appreciate it.
You're tough, man. You're tough. I like this. I
It
really
was all
like.
Shaggy's initiation, all his magic on me, you know?
Listen.
No,
you
I can,
have
I can, and honestly, I can only do so much.
Yes.
You know, I must say that I probably have, I would say, push her to do some things that are a little uncomfortable.
Yes.
And I do, in hearing her, know kind of what she can do, even though she might be scared of doing it. I just
Right.
kind of push her to it, and she executes very
Yes,
well.
she
So
does.
it's like a blank canvas. So
Come on.
she's open to whatever it is, and that is really, really
Definitely
inspiring.
the love of music as well, the love of
I
music.
think you found a nice chemistry.
You know what
Shaggy.
I look at it as? I look at it as a win-win,
Yeah.
because you just spoke about a new generation, a generation of social media,
Yes.
and trending and stuff like that, which is not really my forte. It's not really in our forte because we're from a different generation.
Absolute.
But what she's teaching me is how important, because the game has changed. The game has changed, and it is a very big part of the game right now. And what she's good at is actually showing me how that works. Giving me all of the cheat codes of how that works. And she's on her game every day with social media, creating content, doing everything else, and kind of getting me into it, having me doing things I'm uncomfortable doing, to be honest with you.
Well,
You know what I mean?
always now, isn't it?
Yeah, so she
But
get
that's
me
why it's
to
a
do those
win-win.
things. So,
Exactly.
I think it's a win-win where she teaches me how to do that, and I am teaching her just the craft of music and making timeless music and getting it. So I think it's a win-win, you know?
Right. Well, we don't need to worry about continuity right now in terms of sustainable music. So
Yeah.
that's a really great thing, because have that influence to be able to sell that going forward. At least somebody is listening, and you have
Yes.
influence over that. So
Yes.
that's a beautiful thing. Now, Shaggy, this one is going into the summer. I mean, that I'm sure there's a lot more we could talk about, but we do not want to take away from the launch of this single right here. It is out on all streaming platforms now, is it?
Yes, it is.
It
Yes.
is. So we can go stream that up, send up the numbers as always.
Yeah. The
Um,
videos on YouTube, go check it out too. Yeah.
I'm sure it's a beautiful video. I should go check it out.
Yes.
What sort of scene did you capture? I mean, I will go and look at it, but for the benefit of me
It was
before I.
shot by Jay Will, and it was of course
Oh,
Jay Will does a lot of my videos, did go down there and all of those videos for me.
oh,
And
lovely.
we shot it in Jamaica, you
Ah,
know. And it
right.
was kind of a natural vibe because when she was in Jamaica, she was there for the IMC and she was there for shooting the video and being down there. She went to almost every dance and was in every street dance and really kind of got into the culture as far as the dancers,
Yeah,
you
it
know.
felt like to me, it felt like a Disney world, because growing up within the culture in the UK and not
Yeah.
experiencing the raw vibe of the streets of Jamaica, and being there, I just felt like, oh my God,
Yeah. And she
I
got
mean,
to see some of our heroes them in dancing as far as the Jamaica,
Oh
like
yeah,
Ding
wow.
Dong and a couple of these guys
Spice.
who are really in it, So
I,
we
I have
just created a video around that vibe.
all right. I have a feeling she'll be back very often.
Yeah, totally. I already made friends there, So
Well, what?
whenever yeah,
Well, that is good. Like Shaggy said, it's certainly a win-win. Shaggy, if there's anything that I mean, we will definitely, I will speak to Judy. We'll keep that connect. We need to speak some more about IMC
Definitely, man,
moving
definitely.
forward. And we would love to have your energy on that here, for the creatives here to be able to band onto that. Even if it means for now coming to Jamaica, why not? Maybe some sort of incentives as to, the Caribbean islands, how they could come and be a
I would
part of.
love that. I would love that to see it
Yeah,
go,
we will do
elsewhere.
that. I think that is necessary because we are at a state right now. We could sit on the sideline and speak about the state of the art form and where it's going, or we could all see ourselves as having a responsibility in coming together, doing our part to ensuring that we better the product and make sure the product sustains itself going forward. So that's how I feel about the music. So I think we have, I have a part to play. You play in yours. We just have to come together and do just that. Anything you want to leave with our listeners and viewers before you dip on out of here? You just throw it out.
Well, first I want to congratulate you because I'm watching you do your thing and the energy alone. If I had a long day yesterday. We started from about 6 a.m. and ended pretty late after we threw the ball out at the Blue Jays game in Toronto.
Okay.
And so I had a rough day, long day, slept, got up a little like, we're just watching you upon this. All of my energy just gone
I
up.
love it.
Yeah,
Well,
I can
you
tell
know
that
what?
you're a person that don't just do your job, but you also love what you do.
I love what I do.
And I
And not
always say, once you love what you do, you've never done a day of work.
work. And
So
not to mention, I loved you.
yeah,
You know,
well, thank you very much.
so
Likewise, I
we
mean,
just
but
balance
just
something there. We
but I
fix it.
just saying, just seeing that with you and your DJ and just watching that, I just want to congratulate you and say, great job, man. You really, I could see why your program got as lasted as long and you do this well because you're doing it with love.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Love me. Anything you want to live
darling.
with? Anything you
I
want to live
want
with?
I want to say thank you so much for embracing me, and it was lovely to be interviewed by you. And like I say, looking forward to release more music, and hopefully you'll hear from me again. With a
No,
new song with Shaggy.
absolutely. Don't be a stranger with the art, with the
Totally.
platform for that. All right, because
Yeah,
we
yeah,
don't,
yeah.
don't do that.
Much
Certainly,
of an
just try to
appreciation.
go away, and we'll do what we need to do. Big up the both of you. Have an awesome rest of day. Respect and manners.
Lots of love.
All right,
Absolutely.
give thanks.
Blessings.
From top.
Bless.
Then we do it. All right.
We have the thing with them and them like, we have the thing them love. We have the thing with them and them like, we have the thing them love. We have the thing with them and them like, we have the thing them love. We have the thing with them and them like, we have the
We
thing.
come to make your body move. Your sexy body move. We come to make your body move. Everything I shake it to the ground. We come to make your body move. body move. We come to make your body move. Yo, in a long time I look at you.
Natural body and no lipo. Already know that I'm your type. Haters looking at us like they psycho. They really need to get a life. Moving like an army of models. Baby, we just took over the floor. Anywhere we go, the body follows.
We come to make your body. We come to make your body move. Your sexy body move. We come to make your body move. Sexy girl, I'm gonna sing and shake it to the ground. We come to make your body move. Your sexy body move. We come to make your body move. We come to make your body. Come to make your body. But in the sun with the girl, them a play wine up. Pretty like a bunny, watch it, all of them a line up. Up on top of the bar, me see the girl, them all a climb up. One day for me team, me ready.